D&D. I'm excited. I don't have anything planned, so here we go.
I believe in
what
you.
else is new?
I mean,
What else is
yeah,
new?
come on now.
Time to
yeah.
look at my character sheet for the first time in a month.
All right. I love that. So let me give a quick sort of introduction to the world that we're in, and let me kind of make this a bit better. Okay. So Tah'rahl. From our last campaign, it has been 700 years. Some things to note is that there was a large-scale goblin half-elf war on the continent of Etroya. It got to the point where the half-elves were almost completely overtaken, and a treaty was made. In the meantime, Clan High Hill, excuse me, the halfling clan that ruled over Segra, was charged with treason for turning on the High Council and all of the continents of Tah'rahl, trying to take over as leader of all the lands. The High Hill name and family was removed from their power and from their position, and they were banished to live out in exile for the rest of their days. With that, a treaty was made with the goblinoid races, the more monstrous races, and Clan Hexbane now governs over the continent of Segra. Clan Hexbane is sort of a grouping of all the more goblinoid monster races, bugbear, hobgoblin, goblins, and whatnot. And a hobgoblin sits at the head of Clan Hexbane. We've also seen a lot more technology get introduced into the world. I'm also going to throw on some music while I talk.
J. Cal remix.
All right, here we go. Everyone should be able to hear that.
Ooh.
So, let me lower it just a little. So technology has become more of a thing in the last 700 years or so. We are starting to see more steampunk creations, and while magic is still absolutely used for day-to-day machines and whatnot, the people of Tah'rahl are starting to understand mechanics a bit more and engineering. In the last 20 or so years, a large train system has been set up. A little more primitive locomotive train system has been set up that connects most of the continent. Vidath, one of the last things to note, the continent of Vidath, which used to be a barren magical wasteland, within the last 300 years, has been under extreme construction. A few of the arcane schools around Tah'rahl have put all of their students to work, slowly dispelling the magic that was infused into the very grains of sand and dirt there on the continent. And with that, people are starting to populate the continent now. It is more, I guess you could call them frontier towns, small villages. Not a lot of settlements there. No monorail or not monorail, but no train tracks, whatever. Railway system, thank you, brain, are set up there. But there is still, ways by boat and whatnot. Steelworking has become a pretty big invention that's kind of grown a lot. ironclad ships, for the most part, have become very useful for naval fleets and stuff like that. And we've also seen a lot more airships since Sibo Wobblecog's company took off some 700 years ago. But with that, we're going to take a look at the continent of Gadara. Gadara is it's the northernmost continent. It kind of sits somewhere near you could compare it to Russia, somewhere around Russia, Moscow area. It's a very large continent. It's the second largest continent, and it is the northernmost. There is a large glacier that is attached to the top of the continent. So most of the time it is fairly cold temperatures, only getting slightly warmer as we go south. But we are going to go south to the southernmost city, the town of, or the city rather, of Tir-Volcanis, and I will type that in chat. Oops. There we go. That's the one that we want. Tir-Volcanis is a large, it's the picture that we see in front of us. It is a large sort of tiered city that sits on the side of a 1,000-year-old dormant volcano. It is home to merchants, to the low of the low. As you increase in the levels, as you make your way up the levels, the areas get a bit nicer. Starting with the lowest level is actually underground, and it is mostly where the dwarven forges are, and the mines, which is Tir-Volcanis is also home to the largest Sparkstone mine, and Sparkstone is a new type of crystal that has been found the last 200 or so years, which has helped in the creation of harnessing electricity and making energy and using it to power engines and whatnot, on top of steamwork. Going up, just above the surface, we have the residence, and that's kind of on a bit of a tilt. The closer you are to the forges is the more slums area, and then going up, it's a bit better living. The third level is the market district. Most of the taverns and inns are found there. Magic shops, general goods shops, butcher shops and whatnot, clothing stores, anything that you really need is found in that district. Up a level, there is a slowly building medical ward. There's a couple of hospitals also in the medical wards. There are religious shrines and small chapels to most deities that are worshipped here in Tah'rahl. And at the top is the more government and noble area. Noble housing and government buildings. There's a large library here that sits at the very top. And it's usually for the more nobles, the people of higher nobility to use. You wouldn't find a resident of the slums there. But we're going to shift our focus now into one of these districts. So if I just pull up my list real quick.
I'm screaming.
So we find ourselves in the slums. We focus the camera in. There are, for the most part, the buildings are outside of the mountain of the volcano. But there are some like houses or whatever, or buildings that are actually tunneled out parts of the volcano. And we go into one of these little alcoves where we see about 20 to 30 people standing around at a inside of a very seedy looking tavern. I'm gonna bring us all over here. And we see a fighting pit.
Damn.
There is a chicken arakakra standing across from a tabaxi.
Is it
Devox.
Cack Packard?
No, it is not Cack Packard. I think he was a falcon. But Devox, you want to give us a quick intro to your character? All I'm looking for is your name, your race, your class, or classes if you're multi-classing, and then a quick physical description. It can be in character or it doesn't have to be. It's totally up to you.
All right. Well, this is Bright Claw.
I'll put it in
Bright
chat.
for short. And she is a monk fighter split.
Okay.
She does look like the picture in front of you, with the stripes on the fur and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like she prefers to use a long sword in one hand and her fists. Seems to be what she carries around, like nice gloves for punching, with the tips missing so that her claws can come out.
Okay.
And overall, the rest of her outfit does look a bit strange. Like you probably wouldn't see people fighting in clothes like that, like all over the place.
Right.
And what were the things you wanted? The class name and description.
Yeah, I just wanted your class, your race, your name, and just a brief physical description. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah. Also for the stream,
well, perfect.
Hi, I'm Devox.
Perfect. Devox is playing the role of Brightclaw. Brightclaw, you have found yourself in a very seedy tavern where you saw that underground pit fighting was taking place, and you had to prove yourself. You wanted to get a quick little fight in, hone your skills some more, and you were standing in front of this crazed-looking chicken arakakra.
Oh shit!
You can see behind him there's like a bookie. He's taking like bags of coin from people, and he's writing up stats and whatnot, and all the bets that people are placing on a board. And you see two columns, one that says Brightclaw and one that says Pluck. So this is Pluck, the chicken arakakra. He cracks his neck. You can hear like several things inside his neck crack at least 6 or 7 times.
And
he
get that checked out.
And he looks at you and says, "Whoa! Ready to go? Ready to go? I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, cat." And he's just pumping himself up.
Amusing.
You hear the bookie yell, "All bets are closed! Fight begins in 30 seconds. Prepare yourselves." And the little goblin bookie hops down off his stool, and he goes behind a counter and starts allotting different coins and whatnot.
Bright's gonna draw her sword.
Okay.
Crack the knuckles on one of her hands.
Yep.
And get into her fighting stance.
All right, perfect. If there's anything that you want to
level at her side.
All right, if there's anything you want to pop right now, I'll allow it, like a barbarian rage or something like that for whatever your classes are.
She doesn't have anything like that.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna have to ask you to roll initiative.
Oh, delightful.
Perfectly timed music.
That's a 7.
A 7. Okay. Pluck is
I'm
going to
guess
go
the
first.
other dex build is all gonna be higher than that. 2 on the dice.
You see
Holy shit.
he like beats his chest and his eyes grow bright red as he seemingly goes into a rage.
Oh fuck, nice. He's my favorite build.
And he is going to go first. And he just and charges you. And he is going to make 2 attacks against you. He comes up quick and he slashes at you twice with his claws. So the first attack is what is your armor class?
If I've calculated this right, 19.
19. All right, so he just misses the first attack. He kind of he misjudges the sizing of your clothes and all that. He goes for you the side of your head, but your headpiece just kind of blocks it, and he like got fucked up with depth perception a bit. And the second one is a 17 on the die, so that's gonna hit.
Yep, that's the point of the clothes.
You
can't hit me if you don't know where I am.
Right. And you are gonna take 7 points of piercing damage.
7?
Yes.
Oh, delightful. It's actually a really big chunk for this level. Holy shit.
Hey, what's good, Em? Thanks for hanging out. But it's now your turn, Brightclaw.
Alright, alright, she's gonna... as she takes the hit, she uses the momentum of the hit to get low, to do like a rising strike with her sword.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker! One more. That's a 19 plus 8 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. So that's 15 damage.
Oh my god. Oh my
max.
god.
And
Okay.
because this guy was a bit cocky,
Yep.
flurry of blows.
All right, roll for your 2 attacks.
All right. That's a 16 and a 12. So.
The
Suddenly music.
That is loud.
I'm missing
The 16 just hits, the 12 misses.
All right. So, following up the sword strike, is directly behind it is her claws,
All right.
which do 7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
And bonus action martial arts.
Bonus action was to flurry of blows.
Oh, flurry of blows is a bonus action.
I believe it's spend a key point and use it as a bonus action. Yes. Double check on that.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Hold on. You're allowed hard at that. You can spend these key points to reveal various features. Use the 3 features.
Yeah.
Getting key points back. It does not say anything about bonus. Oh, flurry blows bonus action. Yep.
Okay.
Specifically, that one says bonus action. Okay.
Oh, I see. All right.
That's what I was. Okay.
Is that everything for you?
No, I'm gonna action surge it.
Oh wow, going big. Okay. All right.
All right. And that's a 24.
Oh yeah, that hits.
With my sword.
Yep.
I think that's 12 more damage.
Another 12 damage. All right.
And now that I've used my monk weapon in a fight, activating agile parry.
Oh.
So she as her sword comes back from the last attack, she gets ready to parry his attacks and has now an AC of 21.
Holy shit. All right, sounds good. He is
Hit
going
me
to
again, Birdman.
he's gonna make another 2 attacks on you. He circles around you and attempts to fake you out. Give me an intelligence check.
Joe, wait, hold on. Isn't? Oh no, you son of a bitch!
It's okay.
Nat 20 minus
Yeah, he rolled in that one.
1.
So he goes to like juke you, and as he like comes back over to the left, you see this happening like right before it happens. So you do the same movement as him as he tries to lunge into you. The first one, it's a 14 to hit. The second attack is a 23.
That just hits.
That just hits. All right.
Yeah, hers is wait. Oh, sorry, it's not. Yeah, 21. 21 is.
Oh,
what,
21 is your AC. Okay.
Yeah, it's plus 2. So she uses the flat of her sword to deflect the first one, but he's going all crazy on me.
Yeah. So he just kind of voids out and he hits you with a hand like across your back, and you take 10 points of damage.
All right.
It is now your turn again.
All right. Gonna hit him with my sword.
Okay.
It's a 16.
That hits.
Okay. It's a 4 plus 11 damage.
Ooh. He is hurting. Anything else you'd like to do? You have a bonus action still.
Brett is kind of feeling it. This guy does have some combat ability, so she's going to use a key point to use patient defense.
Okay.
Which means she's using the dodge action.
Okay.
So he has things have disadvantage on hitting her, I believe is what that is.
Sounds good. Can you use the dodge action as a bonus action as a monk?
It is the... Yep. Use 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is also a bonus action. Son of a bitch, I should have read these better.
Yeah. Okay. So that... Alright, so he's going to make another attack against you.
Yes, he has a disadvantage to hit me.
Yeah. The first one was 13, second was a nat 1.
Nope.
Second attack, I don't know if that's gonna hit. That's a 16.
Nope, AC is 21.
All right.
So she's continuing to use the flat of her sword to just deflect everything he's throwing at her.
There you go. I like it. Your move again.
All right. Sword once more.
Dope.
18 plus 8, 26.
Yep. Roll your damage.
And 12. He's still up? Oh.
You cut across him, and he falls back right on his ass, and his face goes into the dirt. There are mixed cries from the crowd. Some people are like, "Yeah, the cat won!" Other ones are, "You dumb fucking bird!" And a lot of groans. You do definitely, like, kind of looking around if the battle has ended, after your fight has ended. You see a couple people scurry out the back door.
Yeah, Bright's gonna hold her fist up in victory.
Mm-hmm. And the little goblin comes over, and we have a winner! Bright Claw! Come get your payments at the front! And he turns to you, and he gives you, he palms you 15 gold. He goes, "These are your winnings, kid. Good job." And he also hands you a
Thank you.
common potion of healing.
Yes.
You see a person come up to the chicken Arakakra to pluck and put their hand on his chest and heal him up to 1 HP as he comes up and fuck, and he just kind of
You fight well,
sits
Birdman.
down. Thanks. I mean, you fight good too. I didn't expect a cat to get the best of me. Shit. You wanna get a drink?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Perfect. You won, so you're paying. And then he walks over to the bar.
Eh.
Allow me to give you control of your character. There we go. You now have control of your character.
All right. Gonna climb out of the pit.
Yep. Yeah. So you make your way into this side. The doorway is like a bookshelf. So you kind of like open it up and you like come out and then you close it up again. Like people aren't supposed to know about that. But it gets pretty loud in there, so it's a little hard to actually conceal it.
It's very
'cause
much a
noise.
Shh, don't tell anyone about the Fight Club kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you sit down with Pluck and he goes, Your clothes really threw me off. Why do you wear such baggy clothes? And he
This
takes
is what
a
everyone wears where I'm
ale.
from.
And where's that? You don't look like you're from Gadara.
A place.
That sounds a little suspicious. But
It's
hey,
supposed to sound a little suspicious.
everyone's suspicious here, so it's fine. I come from the Greater Plains of Segra. You know, it's a good time. I was raised on a farm, which is kind of a little demeaning, seeing as I'm a chicken man. And we did raise chickens, but
Fuck.
you know,
Does that count as cannibalism?
it is what it
That's
is.
a little-
Well,
that's a little
I mean,
degrading.
it depends on if you ate them. You never know.
Maybe like half. 'Cause he's a chicken man, so
Right.
get a biologist on that.
Yeah.
He's sapient, they're not.
And he's just kind of like twirling like his mug around. Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Oh, at my home.
Okay, I should have expected that. You sound like you didn't get out of your home much.
True. I decided to leave to see what else the world had to offer.
Good for you. It's always a good time to travel, especially when things looking up here in Minterol.
Oh?
Oh, I mean, you know, you hear stories of old, and things were kind of shitty back then. I'm sure. I mean, there's shitty times for every generation, but you know, we're making good progress. Like, we got trains and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. All right, I punch people in the face for a living. I don't do well talking to people.
Well, that makes two of us.
Oh, perfect. Well, it was
Shall we
good
have
to
a-
meet you.
Shall we have a drink to future battles?
Absolutely. And next time, I'll kick the shit out of you. And he raises his glass.
That's cute.
He takes a drink and he goes, well, I'm gonna go rest up and do another fight. Have a good one, cat. See ya. And then he walks out of the bar. What would you like to do, Brightclaw?
After finishing the victory drink?
Yes.
Did it seem like there was gonna be more? I am pretty beat up after that fight, honestly.
There are complimentary rooms on the second floor for fighters.
I guess get a bit of a stretch. Go take a rest.
All right, yeah. So you go upstairs. We'll say that you take the effects of a short rest. So if you want to spend any hit dice, you also have a potion of healing that you can drink.
I am not drinking that.
All right,
I can.
it's just
I have
a
enough hit
standard,
dice.
common 2d4 plus 2.
Hold on. Math. Hold on. Yeah, I'll take that. Max -1. I'll take it.
There you go. All right, Red Claw,
Yes.
you are sleeping when you're awoken by a large thud. It was very muffled, so it didn't come from your room, and you're not really sure it came from the tavern. But then you hear another one. Make a perception check for me.
Perception. That's another nat 20 plus 7. Holy shit.
The sound of the thudding is what woke you, and you think for a second, after hearing that second one, that kind of sounded like an explosion, and then you hear screaming.
Yeah, Bright's gonna do the like. You ever have it like thump something down next to a cat and it just jumps up?
Yeah, it's gonna
Imagine
like
that.
Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna scramble to grab her things and get dressed.
All right. Yeah, you run downstairs, getting dressed, like putting your hat on as you're running down the stairs. The tavern is like completely locked down. The people inside are like very like wary of what's going on. The barkeep says there was some kind of explosion outside. I want to go out there. I don't know what's happening. And you see a couple of people like they're whispering, like you can hear them standing at a table next to you, like, are we being attacked? What the fuck's going on? That sounded like it came from the mines, though. What could be happening at the mines? What do you do, Breaklaw?
I'm gonna thank the barkeep for the warning, and then head out anyways.
All right, yeah, you head out. You can see people running up from the mines. There's a few miners. Some of them look like they have dirt all over them. There's a couple that are bloody, and people and miners and just commoners are just running through the streets away from the mines.
I'm gonna attempt to stop one of them and question what the hell's going on.
Okay. You stop this one female miner. She's got like a bit of blood on her miner's outfit. It kind of goes up her neck a little. It doesn't look like it's hers. And she just like looks at you wide-eyed, like, we need to go. Why are you stopping me?
Calm yourself. Why are you running?
The explosion attack. There's the mines. And then she breaks away from you and runs.
Well, then it seems like I'm needed at the mines.
All right, so you head off to the mines.
Yep.
Perfect. The camera pans back out, and we are going to go to a different part of the city.
I'm assuming earlier that day.
No, actually, this is a different character.
All right.
We head into the resident district once again, sort of around the same area. There's a rather seedy tavern. It's called the Grit and Griddle. And we see. There we go. It's a very seedy place. We see yet another tabaxi. Kind of standing off in a corner, staring down a few drunk tavern goers. Fallen, would you care to give us a brief description of your character? Name, race, class, and just a brief physical description.
Greetings, dears. Name's Gale Mistclaw. It's lovely to make your acquaintance. I am, of course, the resident rogue. Get up, class your ball. I do very much look like the picture. I think the picture does me justice.
All right. So you've been in here for a couple hours now, kind of staking out any opportunities to make a play. What exactly are you doing? Like, where are you? What are you? Are you interacting with people?
I imagine there's a few people sitting at the bar.
Oh yeah, there's a few. There's about 3 or 4 people sitting on stools in front of the bar. One of them, like head hanging low, like tired drunk. It's an older dwarf, frazzled
like
beard.
Looks like you can spend a few coins.
Absolutely, if persuaded.
I step forward and I just, without hesitation, throw myself onto his lap.
Onto his lap. All right. What do you say as he just what the?
You look like a well-off fellow. Would you mind getting someone like me a little drink?
Make a persuasion check.
That's gonna be 20, dirty 20.
A dirty 20. All right. Give me just one moment here. I just want to look something up ever so quickly.
Time to stream snipe. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So, that was a dirty 20, yes?
Yes.
Okay. A little confused that a large cat man just kind of jumped into his lap. He just says, I mean, I think you could have asked without all the sitting on me and whatnot. And he kind of like gently pushes you off to like the stool next to him. And he says, I suppose I could buy you a drink. Barkeep, what do you like?
Oh, whatever's on the top shelf, dear.
I'm drinking the equivalent of pig piss, and you want me to buy you stuff on the top shelf? Absolutely! Barkeep, top shelf! And the barkeep laughs as he just pours the same type of ale that the man is drinking. And he slides it down to you. Man passed the guy a gold. And she says, so what are we drinking, top shelf?
To what? To what we are drinking?
Yeah.
To make new friends on a lovely night?
How are we friends? I don't even know your name.
Name's Gale.
Gail, good to meet you.
And this is the part where you tell me your name, dear.
Well, I mean, you could have asked. But I mean, all right. Yeah, my name is Thonar. Thonar. Thonar.
What a lovely name, Thonar.
Thanks. My mother gave it to me.
It's a very lovely name for just such a lovely dwarf. Gonna boop
Okay.
his nose side
He's gonna make an insight check on you. He's trying to see what your intentions are. So if you are trying to hide something, make a deception check. What'd you get?
With my +9, that's gonna be a 27.
Oh man, he was close. He rolled a 5.
Oh shit.
You are very intrusive, but kind of charming. And I don't know how to feel about that. But
Well, thank you.
I guess to nice names, and he holds up his tankard.
And new friends.
Nice names and new friends. And he clanks up against your tankard. Ale kind of slaps out onto your fur a bit, and kind of starts to mat it a bit, and he just takes a big old swig, like tankard all the way up, head all the way back, looking completely away from you.
Where's this? Where's this coin purse? In relation to-
Yeah, make a perception check.
Well, that would be a 9, which I imagine fails. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of my die.
Okay.
Does a 16 work?
Okay. When he tilts his head back and raises his arm, his kind of his coat pulls back, and you can see tied up like a gun holster. He has a coin purse right under his armpit, and it is the perfect window for you to just snatch it real quick.
I don't want to get my hands dirty, so I'll just let my mind do the work.
All right. Describe what you are doing to me, please.
I'm going to use the telekinetic feat and just
Okay.
go ahead and pinch that off him.
Yeah. All right. You just kind of flows. You kind of glance over and you are watching the barkeep just filling a tankard of ale, and it's starting to overflow because he's just watching you just magically pickpocket this guy. And he's just like, and he just shakes his head and goes back to pouring his tankard.
I give him a wink.
He goes back to minding his own business. He knows where he is. But yeah, he finishes frothy beard. He goes, delicious. And he looks and goes, you barely touched yours.
Never been. I'm afraid you're a bit of a better drinker than I am. Takes me a bit of time.
Well, you know what they say. No one's a better drinker than the Thronars.
Of course. And it's so lucky to be in your presence.
That it is. And he goes, well, and he slaps you on the shoulder and he goes, I want to go take a piss, and then he walks away. Is there anything you still want to do in this tavern?
In this tavern? I'll slide a couple coins across to the barkeep and then
Okay.
I'll take my leave.
He nods his head towards you. You make your way out of the tavern. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish. So the streets are bright. Not much traffic in this area. Besides like workers and miners and blacksmiths like getting off of their lunch break type of thing. You do see, actually make a perception check for me.
10.
10. Okay. You see a couple, a man and a woman. They're both half elves, and they are arms locked, and they're walking down. The woman gives the man a kiss on the cheek, and then he kind of looks at her, and you see them walk off towards an alley.
Someone's getting brain.
Subtle, very subtle, TJ.
You're welcome.
But
I don't
they
even
seem pretty common folk. The only difference being the man was in a very nice gold trimmed purple like robe. And that is just dollar signs in Gale's eyes. You watch him exit into the alley on the right. What do you want to do?
You said they're common folk.
I misspoke. The woman looks to be more common folk. The man looks to be of a slightly higher status, judging by his robes. Like he's in nice clothes. A lot of people in this area, are basically in rags.
Well, in that case, I'm going to just go ahead and slip into the alleyway.
All right, make a stealth check for me. You know what they're gonna get? Okay.
I think we're going to go ahead and add another dice for that because the dice I'm
Wow. Oh, what's the dice pool for that?
6.
6.
So that's going to be a total of 16.
16.
17.
17. All right. You slip into the alley, and you see them. They're starting to embrace each other. They're kind of making out, in a corner. His back to you. You are like creeping up against the wall. You are pretty sure that you have gone unnoticed.
Well, in that case. Can I see his coin purse?
Make a perception check.
Hopefully without the extra dice. There we go. That one's a 24.
Yes, you can. It is hanging off. He's removed his first layer of robes, and there's nice I guess they're equivalent to like Jedi robes. It's just that kind of like that silk like outfit. And there is a fairly decent sized coin purse. Also, mark down that you got 12 gold from Thonar.
Okay.
Cheap fuck.
So is
He's
So it's
in
not-
one of the cheapest bars around.
so his cloak is to the kind of to the side.
Yeah.
And, okay.
And the coin purse is exposed, kind of like how it looks on Gale's picture. The cloak is moved to the side.
Okay, so he hasn't taken the cloak off, dude.
It's all right. Let me paint a better picture. They are macking on each other. He is like in the process of like taking the robe off. So the side with the coin purse on, that arm is out of the robe, so it's like half hanging down his back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and lighten his load a little bit.
All right.
I don't think I can use those, so I'd have to reach out with the rapier, I believe, and just do a little bit of a nick on
just
the string.
all right.
Then grab it grab it with my mind once the patch drops.
Make a sleight of hand.
Gladly. That's going to be a 23.
Yeah, oh, easily. You are a master at this. You just take the rapier and you just one little nick, and as it starts to fall, you catch it with your telekinesis, and you draw it close to you. You grab it. What do? Do you run out of the alley?
Yes. I mean, I hold off for a second to see if he's going to fully take the robe off, because that robe looks expensive.
Yeah,
Better
okay.
pair of hands.
Yeah, a moment passes and the robe completely comes off, and he is working on unbuttoning her gown.
Let's go.
I swipe it and I leave.
All right. Yeah, you grab it. You grab it, you put the coin purse next to your other ones that you've collected today. You back out of the alley and you turn around right into the chest plate of a guard, who looks at you and says, "Oh, what have we here?"
Oh, hello, handsome. I'm sorry, I may have just been spoiling my dinner with watching some public indecency in that alley. It's quite horrid.
You know, there's a difference between watching and using a rapier to remove gold from a waistband. And you feel cold iron touch your wrists as you are manacled. As you are manacled, you hear a loud explosion coming from the mines. And you see people starting to scream and run up. The guard tightens his grip on your manacles, and looks over and says, "You're coming with me," and he drags you towards the mines.
Ooh, okay, if you say so, big boy.
And with that, we're gonna move on to our next character. Let's see. Okay. Once again, I know we're all kind of in the same area, but a little higher up in the residence district. Actually, technically, this is like the cusp of the residence district and the I didn't mean to pause this music, and the market ward. We find ourselves. That's not the best picture, but it's fine. Ignore the rain in this picture; it's not actually raining. But we find ourselves in a very large alleyway. Shops lining the walls on one side, and run-down townhouses line the other.
Did you change the page?
I'm changing it right now.
Okay.
And we see a very elderly-looking halfling. Chikai, would you describe your character for us?
Hello. So I'm a halfling, a little bit stout for one, portly, decently aged, starting to, gray for a halfling. A large backpack with a bright red chicken on it. A wizard hat. My name is Shottle Jade Eyes. And I am a wizard.
All right. You find yourself in the market district here. You are sitting looking at a jeweler shop, and you see a couple walk in that kind of catch your eye. This couple does not seem like the common folk around here. They look they've come from an upper district, and perhaps they're soon to be wed, and they're looking for rings or something of the sort. Or whatever it is, they must surely have some gold on them.
Lovely. I'm going to snap my fingers, and Cobblepot the chicken disappears from my back.
Okay.
I'm going to snap my fingers again, and he appears on the roof on the opposite side of the street. I'm going to tell him to keep an eye out for guards. Just start, being very loud. Yeah. I'm going to... is there any, back alleys, fence posts, or anything like that?
Give me a perception check.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, and I'm sorry. This is closer to the tavern. Closer to the taverns in the lower residence district. I got my maps mixed up. I have notes spread all around, and I read the wrong one. This is not in the market district. This is technically in the residence district. There are various shops in the residence district, and this is one of them.
Gotcha. So I'm going to walk behind something. Anything to kind of obscure my form.
Yeah, there's a couple of boxes kind of stacked up.
Yeah.
That you could probably find cover behind.
I walk behind them, and as I reappear, I am a younger, dark-haired looking halfling as I use disguise self to change my form.
Okay.
And I'm going to crack my knuckles. and I am going to expend 2 first-level spell slots and take 2 minutes to cast Healing Elixir twice, creating 2 bottles of health, 2 common health potions.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put them in a nice little satchel on my side, and just wait outside of the jewelers. And
Okay.
Just wait for them.
Yeah. About 20 to 30 minutes pass. People come and go. No one really notices you. And Cobblepot is standing guard. There's nothing there. No guards have come by this area recently.
Just gonna
At
be
least within the
smoking
past
on
20
my.
minutes.
I'm just gonna be smoking on my pipe as I
Okay.
wait.
Yeah. You do see about 2 or 3 guards. One of them is 3 guards. 2 of them about the same height and build, and one of them is a lot beefier. He's got like very large, thick hands, and he seems to be like a commander of some sort.
Do I see
perhaps a
that?
captain.
Do I see those 2 guards before the couple comes out?
You see them before the couple comes out. Yes.
I
They look
walk
like
towards them.
okay. Yeah.
Gonna straighten my my clothing, kind of brush back my
Mhm.
hair, even though it's an illusion.
Are you just walking past them? Or are you
No,
walking up to them?
I'm walking up to them with a big smile on my face.
All right. You see the middle one says, "Hello, resident. How may we be of service?" Excuse me.
Now, how can I be of service to you? That is the question. You are 2 young, strapping men, aren't you? Now, I have a question for you. Being the city guard, do you go out and deal with dangers? Put yourself on the line to protect our safety.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Holy shit! You're lucky because one of them rolled a 19 on the die.
So 23.
All right. Yeah. The middle one is just like, deal with the citizen. I'm gonna head off and continue my my patrol. And he like pushes past you, and the other 2 are kind of intrigued in what you have to say. They're like, well, yeah, we tend to leave from time to time, defend the city if there's any attacks, catch any ne'er-do-wells.
You are much braver than I could ever be.
Well,
Now, I'm sure you know of the many dangers that wander these lands. But have you heard of the worst creature that is now plaguing our land close to this fine town?
creature? What creature do you speak of?
I take a big puff of my pipe of smoke monsters, and as I release the smoke, it forms in this grotesque looking, multi-limbed jaw kind of hanging out, grotesque monster.
Okay.
That doesn't have a name because no one has lived to give it one. That is coming closer to this fine town, and I'm sure you would be the first they send out to protect us if they do.
Make a deception check.
Oh, fuck yeah. 19 plus 3.
Okay.
22.
One of them says, surely you can't be serious. How are we supposed to fight a thing like that? Well, and the other one says, we'll never stand a chance. Well, we've got to alert the guards right now. We've got to alert the captain.
But wait! That's where I come in to help you, beautiful people. And he produces the 2 lovely bottles of elixir. And swirls them around. He goes, this would give you strength of nearly 100 men each. Only for the mere price of 60 gold per bottle.
60 gold. Okay.
And he holds them out in his palm so that they can look him over.
Yeah, they'll definitely look them over. One of them
as
goes,
the spell says, the liquid is bright gold and shimmery.
oh, okay. So it's not red. Interesting. One of them looks at it and goes, "That's gorgeous."
Isn't it?
But we're guards. I don't really have that kind of money to be spending.
How about this? I'll make it a reasonable 20 gold for the both of them. If and do I see anything like really valuable on them?
Not so much valuable. They're pretty standard guards. They look like infantry level, and their armor is a bit shiny, which suggests that they're fairly new.
What about any like decent like swords, daggers on their belts?
Yeah,
Like,
one
I'm
of them
looking
has
for
like
new.
a nicely polished dagger that's just kind of showing, like no sheath for it, just kind of on his belt.
20 gold for the both of them, and that lovely dagger there. You surely won't need it if you take one of these beautiful elixirs.
He looks and he goes, "That dagger was my daddy's. I can't give that away." And everyone like nudges him. He's like, "We're gonna die if we don't take that." Like, and he just kind of goes, "Okay." And they hand over 20 gold to you, and they give you the dagger.
I pocket them and I go, and as I'm walking away, I turn around and go, "Oh, and one more thing. That hideous creature. You might want to stay 20 feet back from it. It does have a projectile." And I walk away.
And yeah, as you start walking away, you hear them like, "We need to tell the guards right away, like all the other guards, blah blah blah." They kind of head off to go find their commander.
So as I'm walking back, do I see the couple leave the store?
The couple is starting to walk out of the store now.
Okay, great. I'm at 100. I'm at 200 gold.
Oh shit!
Thank you, my dear boy. So I walk up to them and I kind of do a little brisk run and I go, excuse me, madam, sir.
The man speaks up and says, "Yes, how may we help you?"
I give a long bow and I go, Otto Goodberry at your service.
Jesus Christ.
Otto Goodberry. I suppose it's good to meet you. My name's Nathaniel. This is Lisa. How may we help?
Ah, you cannot help me, but I can help you. I see you came from this fine jeweler store.
And the woman Lisa speaks up and goes, "Oh yes, we were soon to be wed. We were picking out matching bands."
He brightens up. You know, he straightens his back. He goes,
"Yeah,
that's amazing. Congratulations on your union. I love it. New love is always amazing. I
Yes,
have just
quite.
a thing for you."
Oh,
And I snap my fingers and I use minor conjuration to create this mechanical, metallic, moving wyvern with
okay.
bright sapphire eyes, and it lands and curls up my arm. And it kind of like opens its
Their
mouth,
eyes widen.
and a little bit of smoke comes out of its mouth. It's 3 feet long.
Okay.
And I make it fly and wrap around her shoulders.
She's a little spooked by it at first. What is this? What are you doing to my soon-to-be wife?
He does not bite. That right there was a gift from my great-great-grandmother. It brings good luck in a newlywed's house. I sadly am not of need anymore because my wife sadly passed away,
I'm sorry for your loss.
as we all are. But I have no children to give it to. And, well, you look like the couple that needs it. You know, a little bit of luck never hurts anybody.
Thank you, but this is such an odd gift to just give away to a couple you met moments ago in an alleyway.
I kind of hold out my arms to look at them, and I just go, "Are you kidding me? You look like the best of company." And I am just
Make a
a
persuasion
wayward
check.
wanderer. Yes, I fucking will. Dirty 20.
30-20.
18 plus, oh, no, wait, 21. 18 plus 3, not 2. 21.
Well, I mean, it is supposed to bring good luck. Well, have you ever heard of that before? That kind of sounds ridiculous.
He is great
Um,
with children, by the way, as well, just in case if you're willing to have any.
Oh, it could be a toy for the children that we have one day. I don't know if this is a good toy to have, Lisa, but please.
He does not have
Nathaniel.
any claws or any functioning teeth.
Thank you for the gift. And they turn to walk away.
Up. Sorry.
His head, you just watch the back of Nathaniel's head just disappear as he burrows his face into like a hand. Make a perception check. This is to hear something.
17.
You just hear Nathaniel whisper to Lisa. And now we have to pay. Yes, what is it, sir?
Now, and I kind of empty out my very empty pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, now, I'm going to the next town over, and I do need a little bit of funds.
Perhaps you should have sold this before giving it away.
That is true, but I didn't want to come forth so pushy. Just a merely 60 gold.
The effects of this minor conjuration,
It lasts 1 hour.
it lasts 1 hour. Is it corporeal?
It is corporeal, and you can touch it.
Okay. Okay. You asked for 60 gold, you said?
Yes.
That seems ridiculous. You propose this as a gift. He takes it off of his wife's shoulders and he like tosses it towards you. And he says, "We will not be taking this. Good day."
It flies
he
up
turns
my
around.
arm.
He turns around and starts to walk away.
I look at Lisa and I give kind of like puppy dog eyes.
Make a persuasion check.
Make money, no worries. Okay, not as good.
4.
You gotta beat a 16.
Oh, yeah, easily. 15 plus 3.
Okay.
18.
She stops in her tracks as he she's got him by the arm and he like gets buffeted a bit and he turns around and he goes,
I begin to kind of like put it away like I'm about to walk away.
"You seriously want this?" And they argue for a moment. You see the guard starting to come back as you are putting away this conjuration.
Yeah.
He goes, "Anything for my wife," and he starts to walk over. And he says, "You said 60 gold."
I'll drop it to 40. Just for you.
The guards start to pass you. And they say, "Are you sure this isn't magical, or is this some kind of scheme, some scam?" He says, kind of out loud, and that commander kind of stops.
Oh, you bitch.
When he hears that.
It is
And
magical.
It is magical. I don't know if I want magic running around my house with newborn.
The magic is only to summon it and desummon it. Parlor trick.
Make a... Oh, well, I guess... Well, parlor trick. Okay. So... I'm gonna make an intelligence check for Nathaniel. Okay. Nathaniel goes, "So, only to summon it and to get rid of it.
Yes.
But you're the one that summoned it. Neither I nor Lisa contain magical abilities. So what happens when you decide to cast another spell?" And you see the commander start to turn around.
Give me a minute. I need to see. Can you? Well, no, they can't summon it and desummon it, but
Nope.
it doesn't go away when I cast a spell. So.
True. But he's catching on to you. He rolled a nat 20 on that intelligence check. So, I will say you are starting to feel like the jig is a bit up.
Yeah, I'll kind of just nod my head. I mean, kind of pull my hands and go. It was nice meeting you, and I summon the wyvern back to my hand.
All right. Yeah, you summon it back to your hand. And he says, I can't say the same. Come, Lisa, let's go. And they walk away.
I summon
and-
Cobblepot back to my backpack.
All right. Yeah. Walking towards you, the guard watches Cobblepot appear back up. And he says, "Oh, swindle anyone else today?"
I kind of give it. I rub my chin a little bit. And I go. I can't say that I have. No.
He holds up the 2 elixirs.
Those are exactly what they are. Drink them and they heal you. No swindle.
He whistles, and you see the other 2 guards show up. And they say, "You said nothing about healing us. You said making us strong and brave against that beast that you blew smoke into."
Yes. Do you want to see it? I can do it again. And I take a.
"No, we don't want to see it again."
Ah.
The guard kind of looks at you. The big boy, the commander. He looks at you and he goes, "There's something off about you. A lot of things."
Isn't that right? I can say the same about myself as well.
"Come clean
Mhm.
about swindling my guards and trying to swindle those 2 citizens, and we'll take it easy on you." This is going to be an intimidation check. Make a wisdom check against this intimidation.
16.
Yeah, that is a 23. He knows. You are fucked, Shadow.
I hold up my hands in defeat and bow my head and I go, those are just 2 common healing potions, and I undersold them. 30 gold off the price for each of them, but you know that's if you can call that a swindle, I guess it was. I guess. I hold out my hands, and as I'm holding out my hands, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the commander.
Fuck.
Okay, what kind of save is that?
That is a
Wisdom, I
it's a-
think.
I believe it's wisdom, but let me just double check real quick.
And tell me if it's
It's a
concentration.
wisdom. It's a
Is
wisdom.
it concentration?
And it's concentration.
It is concentration. Disguise self does not go away with concentration. It lasts for 1 hour.
Okay. What is your DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
15. All right. His body starts to tense up. And with that, you feel something hard hit the back of your head as one of the guards take the butt of his sword and smack you in the back of the head. What is your AC?
That would be 13.
Okay, yeah.
Wizards.
This hits.
Mhm.
You are gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
20 hit points left.
And roll a concentration check.
Aren't
Oh,
wizards fun?
Don't mind if I do, boy. Oh, fuck you. That is concentration is a D20
Half?
plus con,
Yeah.
right?
It's a
that is
D20 plus the spell's level, I
A-
believe.
A D20 plus the spell's level.
That's what you gotta beat.
That's what you have to beat.
Oh,
It's either-
For a
either-
concentration check, you're rolling a con save. Yeah.
so 21.
The concentration checks
Okay.
are baseline 10 or half the damage that you took.
Yes.
So 21.
Okay. You maintain the hold person, but your hands become shackled by the second guard.
Cool. So I'm going to.
And he says, "Unhand our guard."
I'm going to look around, like very confused, and I'm going to use my wizard's hat
Yep.
to cast a cantrip that I do not have on my spell list. I'm gonna cast Friends on the guy handcuffing me.
What?
It is a Arcana. I have to beat a DC 10 Arcana check to cast it.
Okay.
It's
What are the
hat that-
components for Friends?
That would be. It doesn't say anything about components in the wizard hat, so I don't know if the wizard
Right,
hat kind
but
of.
if it's like somatic and you have to like move shit, because the hat is just a focus.
Yeah, it's.
So if you have to move your
somatic.
hands, it won't.
Oh, they go over my fingers?
Well, I'm thinking of it as
Oh, hand motion.
they've grabbed your hand. You have to make hand motions.
The
Oh.
Friends cantrip.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
Friends.
somatic, and it has a material of a small amount of makeup applied to the face as the spell is cast.
Okay, so for that, the hat takes care of that because it's his arcane focus.
Oh, you know what?
But-
Actually, instead of that, the guy touching me.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Instead of Friends, I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp as he touches me. I grab his arm and I cast Shocking Grasp. on him.
Okay, is that a to hit or is that a
That-
save?
That is a to hit for me.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Wait. So I rolled an 8 on the die, but I have a magic
Mhm.
item to counter this. When you make an attack roll while wearing this clockwork amulet, you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. So that's an 18.
How many fucking items do you have?
I buffed myself. That's an 18 on Shocking Grasp.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
So I'm 5th level. So that's 2d8. And he's wearing metal. Does he wear metal armor or is it leather?
This one has like studded leather.
That is 11 damage.
Okay, yeah, he's hurt pretty bad as he kind of lets go of you. As that happens, the second guard grabs you.
Grapple check?
Yeah, he's gonna make a grapple check.
Do I have? Is that against my strength?
Yes.
Come on, Cobble. Come on, Cobble Pie. Oh, that's okay. I have a -1. Come on,
Awesome.
big money, no whammies. Criminal.
What's he got?
Natural 20.
He rolled a natural 20 as well, and he has a +2 to strength.
Fuck you. God damn it.
So, yeah, he grabs you and he actively, shackles you up, and he says, he holds a sword up to you and he says, "Dispel your magic on our friend, or on our commander."
Let me go and I will.
No, you are under arrest.
Am I
How
though?
long does hold person last?
And I think 10 minutes. Or until I dispel it or lose concentration.
I'm flipping.
Yeah, I got it here. Concentration for 1 minute. Damn.
1 minute. Okay, so at this point, the guard is grilling you to drop it as it fades, and the guard comes back, and when he comes back, he just punches you in the face. So he's gonna make an attack against you. What's your armor class?
Fucking 13, man.
13. All right. Well, he just rolled a 13.
Oh, wait. He just rolled a 13. Do I have shield? Oh, no, I'm a fucking idiot and didn't take shield.
So you're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as she just hits you across the nose. You're
No.
coming with me.
That was a bit rude.
That's
Okay.
when an explosion happens.
I look over by the explosion, wide-eyed, and go, that was not me.
And he goes, "I hate to say this, but I believe you." And then you see people screaming and running through the streets. And he says, "Guards, hold tight to this man. We're going to check it out." And the 4 of you exit the alley.
Okay. So I have... I have two first levels and two second levels left. I used a lot of spell slots during that.
Bro, is
Oh.
everyone in this party up to some shady shit? Like, did I get
What
the
do you
wrong call?
mean?
I mean,
What do you mean? It's
I
not
know.
like, 2 out of the 3 that were introduced did some shady shit and got arrested.
And the other one was in a fighting, like,
Well, that's not shady shit.
I guess not. Y'all are gonna meet me and be like, wow, what a bitch.
It was worth a try, Shuttle. I made 20 gold at least, and they didn't take that from me.
Here we go. I had a picture, but I didn't save on here. Excuse me. Do I not have your picture on here?
Shot. Who?
I have yours. Do I have yours? I have yours. I don't have Thamo's picture on here for some reason. Here it is.
Me and
Oh no, you're good. What do you want to say?
me and Devin were talking in DM saying like who's next, and it was me.
That's funny.
I was like, I bet it's you next, and it was me. So.
We find ourselves in one of the upper districts. We find ourselves near the religious and medical wards. So let's set the music back up again. There we go. Where we see a peculiar-looking man, a half-elf. Am I correct in saying this?
Actually, a pallid elf.
A pallid elf. Excuse me.
They are from the Guide to Wildmount.
Okay.
They're one of the Mercer classes races.
Devin, would you care to give a brief description of your character?
Yeah, he kind of looks exactly what you see there. He's got a dark hood. He's got some red goggles covering his eyes. You can't really see through them. He's wearing a dark hood with some a gray cloak around it. He's got a bow strapped around his back. It looks like it's made out of like a birch wood. He's got some like tall gray leather boots. Wearing lighter armor, and then coming out of the top of his hood are these insect-esque antenna looking things. So.
All right. Did you give us your class?
Oh, no, I'm a ranger.
Yep.
Swarm Keeper Ranger. One of the cool new ones from Tasha's Cauldron.
Hell yeah. And what is your name?
My name, my name's Thamo Nam. And it's, I guess it's a pleasure.
I guess.
Yeah, so Thamo, you find yourself in the sort of religious and medical district here on one of the upper levels of Tier Volcanus. What do you think you're doing at this point in time?
I guess he'd be looking around for a some sort of medicine shop.
Mm-hmm. There's a decent amount of like apothecaries around.
Instead of like bar hopping, I've been apothecary hopping.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of Tuesday.
All right, yeah. You popped out of one and you found another one, and it's called the Glistening Leaf. The Glistening Petal, excuse me. And you kind of pop in, and there is a fairly old gnome, and he looks up and goes, hello, how may I be of assistance? And you see he was kind of messing around with the mortar and pestle, and he puts it down, and he kind of wipes off his apron and goes over to his counter, and he kind of leans over it, and how may I help you today?
What time of day is it right now?
It's a little afternoon. Well, probably closer to 1 o'clock.
Okay. I step in and go, good day to you, sir. I'm looking for stuff that can cure diseases or is it poisons of some sort?
Oh, well, I have many things of that sort. What kind of diseases in particular are you talking about?
Well, there, boss. I'm not sure. I got a buddy back home. He's real sick and kind of been apothecary hopping around here. And
I see.
I heard this place is up and booming, so I said, hey, why not? Let's head to this place and check some apothecaries, maybe hit up some churches and see what they got to offer.
Well, that That does sound like a smart idea. Well, there are certain diseases like lycanthropy, or perhaps one that you could get from wading
Sorry,
around
sir.
swamps.
Well, some would say lycanthropy is a curse, but some may not, so don't go judging.
No.
Well, my friend's, he's kind of dying, he's kind of rotten from the inside out, some sort like that. I don't really know.
He's gonna make a check on that. Rotting from the inside out. Tell me, has your friend gone parading around the Cobalt Bog up north here in Gadara?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Has,
My mind kind of wandered off there.
oh, you're fine. The Cobalt Bog. It's about a week and a half's journey north of Tir Volcanis. Has he been parading around there? There's some nasty things coming out of there.
I'm really not from that place.
Are you farther north?
I think so.
Well, where in Gadara do you hail from?
Let me look at my map here. Yeah, I'm from Etora.
You come from. You know that's a complete. You know Etruria is a completely different continent, right?
Yeah, completely continent.
Well, I've never been there.
We got some country roads there, so I take me home sometimes. So it's okay.
God damn it! I know I have to kill first.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know if I'll be of much help.
Now, real quick, that Cobalt Bog, is that spelled with a K or a C?
A C.
Okay, gotcha. Now, you said it's like a few miles north?
Yeah, it's probably about a week and a half's journey.
Okay, that's pretty far away.
I wouldn't go over there though. Like I said, there's a lot of flesh-eating diseases that come out of that bog.
Well, that kind of sucks.
And I can cure that, kind of. I'm working on it, but
do you have anything that could possibly stop that as is? I'd be willing to pay up front if you got anything made. I'm just kind of, I don't really know what's happening with them. It's kind of just happening, you know? Like you wake up and you go talk to your friend and like he's like melting. Like, has that ever happened to you?
I can't say that it has.
Well, I hit the counter. I go, you knock on wood because you don't want that. It's a sight to behold. Crazy.
He's just kind of like looking at you, and he's a little confused by your just whole presence. And he goes, "Well,
I should mention I'm also 6'3", so I'm a fairly tall dude.
Yeah, you're like
And I'm kind of looming over him.
Yeah, you're getting close to tripling his height. So like he's pushing 2 feet. He's a small man. And the counter only goes up like 1.5 feet, 2 feet. So like you're like looking down.
Kind of like sloth squat, so I'm kind of like eye level.
As well, I wish your friend the best of luck with melting and all that.
Me too. But
I'm so sorry,
about that,
can't be of help.
no, that there, you said you were working on something of that sort. Can I like put some money down and come back and get it later? Is there like a layaway kind of deal?
Yeah, I'll probably have a first set of concoctions probably done within the week. If you'd like to purchase it beforehand, absolutely. I'll let you know when it's done.
D&D GoFundMe, it's canon.
Yeah.
That'll be great. How much can I put down for just a whole? I would say like maybe 2 of them.
Two of them.
Make them real strong, like.
Absolutely, yeah. I would say about 15 gold for the 2 of them.
I could do that, and I'll reach in my pouch and pull out 15 gold for him.
All right. He takes it and he goes, "What is your name? I'll write you down on the invoice."
Yeah, my name's Samo Nam.
Mo,
That's
he just kind of looks at the name.
THMONAM.
Just kind of looks at it.
Don't
Just
read
kind
too
of
much
looks up.
into it. That's just my name.
Oh, okay. And then he like he puts the gold into it, seals it up, and he puts it under the desk and he says, "I'll reach out to you when it's done.
Great.
Best of luck."
Now I'm just hopping around. Do you know any other apothecaries I can hop to? Maybe some of your fellow colleagues if you exchange recipes. And
How
maybe
many apothecaries have you been to around here?
about 7.
Yes, that's all of them here.
Any more up city or down city I could possibly check out and kind of.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't get to the lower districts as often. I do live in this building as well, so all
Oh,
my
you live
needs are kind of
upstairs?
met. Yeah, I have an upstairs apartment.
Is it nice?
It's quite nice, actually.
You mind if I see it?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Y'all are weird as hell. Y'all are weird as hell.
When I said
Where's my
that this is a clusterfuck of a party,
0.
like a mindfuck of a party, I meant
7.
it. 7?
7.
How's the box the most?
I thought I was weird. No, I'm not.
I mean, that's an odd request, but by the 2 I rolled, sure, come on up.
Yeah, that sounds good. You want me to flip the close sign so nobody comes barging in? Or...
It's okay, I barely get customers anyway.
Oh,
It's
that's
fine,
it.
come on up.
Well, Oh, thanks.
He leads you up. It's a pretty small apartment. Everything is sized for a gnome.
Oh, I'm kind of crouched.
Yeah, have a seat if you'd like. There's some tea. I'll put some tea on.
Good. Does he have any curtains in the window?
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately go over to the curtains.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you just kind of like, you go up to it, you just kind of like feeling it a bit, just kind of like rubbing it between your fingers.
What kind of cloth is these curtains? These are quite nice.
I don't know. They were a gift, from my wife's, cousin. They were a wedding gift. We've had those in my family for years.
Well, if you can ask your wife where your wife's cousin or whatever got them, let me know. I'll be interested in buying some of these nice curtains.
That's a bit
Look.
difficult nowadays. You know, you talk to your wife, but she's dead, so she doesn't talk back.
Oh, damn, I'm so sorry for your
And
loss
he's
there,
like
fella.
calling it. It's okay. It was 150 years ago.
Oh,
Yo, bro,
wow.
same.
Um,
I'm so sorry. Well, I best be on my way. Thanks for letting me see your curtains.
yeah.
Do you mind if I take a sample? Maybe I can find something similar.
Take a sample.
Yeah, like I really like the texture of these curtains here.
What
Roll
the?
persuasion check.
Okay.
God
That's
damn it.
an 8.
I keep forgetting he's a moth.
Yeah, he's Mothman.
And that
Oh
makes
my-
me so interested in
Yeah,
the
it's the whole bit. That's the whole bit
Yeah.
for this character.
When he said don't look into the name, I'm like, oh god, no. But the current correlation just hit me though.
I'd rather you not. It's one of the last possessions I have of my wife. Those are her favorite curtains.
Kind of sad curtains are the only thing you have to remember your wife by, but I respect your boundaries there, sir.
Well, you know, she was a bitch sometimes.
That's fair.
Wow. Wow.
You know what that old saying they say, bitches be tripping.
I've
So-
never heard that before, but I'll keep
Oh,
that
is
in
it?
mind.
It's an old Etora saying. You should come visit sometime. It's wonderful this time of year.
I'll try to, but
If you ever
know,
get out of here, just come on by.
thank you for the invitation.
We'll leave the porch light on for you, so it's all good. Well, so I'll be making my
Yeah.
way so you can be working on them potions there, bud.
Thank you. And he like as you're saying this, like halfway out the door, you give like one more feel to the curtain. And as you do, you see from where you are, you can kind of see like the slant down to the city. You see smoke start to billow up, and then make me a dexterity saving throw as your vision starts to fade.
Ooh, gotcha. Saving throw. That is a 15.
Okay, the DC is a 16 for these.
Beam.
So you kind of like feel like you're like, oh god, it's happening. But you caught it just a second too late. You crash through this poor old man's coffee table.
Oh no.
As your vision just fades.
Oh no.
And Smo, your visions kind of fluctuate between just still like images to short clips to like a full scene, of a very fluid like vision. You get small clips of, you can't really tell, it's really dark. You see nothing, and then you see a small flame in a hooded lantern, as the lantern is hung up on a wall in what looks to be a tunnel or cave of something. And you see people in miners' garbs, humans, half-orcs, dwarves. So they're like lining the walls with lanterns, and they are cracking away with their pickaxes at this sparkling greenish yellow gems. The vision kind of fades, and it comes back. You don't know how much longer it's been, but it's a similar scene. But you see, you can see like 5 lanterns out as the tunnel goes down, and you watch one of them just disappear.
Oh shit.
No one notices. And
good.
a second one, a third, a fourth. And that's when the miners turn around, and you hear chittering as a scream, and the last lantern is, and you hear an explosion, and your vision comes back, and the old gnome is standing above you, saying, "You broke my coffee table!"
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna try to tackle him. I'm like, you may want to get down for a brief second there, buddy.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Gotcha.
Because you're prone, I'll say disadvantage.
Gotcha. So sad. That was a natural 20.
What'd you get?
Man, the next one wasn't bad. That was a 15.
15. All right, yeah. You like go to tackle him, but as you do, you like hit him in the face, and he just plants on the fucking ground. And he's like, "No, you're attacking me!"
If I can, I want to like try to cover him with my body because I know what's about to happen.
Yeah. You do that, and you hear a large explosion, and the area kind of shakes a bit. You hear gasps coming from the open window outside, or through the open window. Gasps from outside, and a few people like screaming. From your position, you can kind of look up because this is a very small room. You just kind of look up, and you see that plume of smoke. You see, people just kind of in the streets not knowing what's going on, and you see a couple of guards like turn and start to run towards the direction of like the smoke and the explosion. It seems like it's coming from the lower districts, and from your vision, perhaps the mines.
Gotcha. I'll be like, well, I think you should get out of this house because I don't think the foundation's too hot. Maybe grab some of your apothecary stuff so you can get me them potions made. I may have just saved your life there, bud. I'll be back later. And I'm just gonna bolt.
Yeah, you run out. This man, you've broken his coffee table, woke up, slapped him in the face, which spilled his tea all over him, and threw him on the ground. This man is the equivalent of like a 90-year-old man.
You assaulted an elderly man.
He'll be okay.
And
He didn't
you
roll any damage.
bolt.
What a great
All right, yeah.
start for the for the two of us.
Yeah, you leave. And with that,
Our final victim.
no, we have two more.
Two people. I forgot we didn't do TJ.
We find ourselves in the upper market district, excuse me.
Oh Jesus!
In the upper market district,
Oh no.
I have
lower
time to
medical
piss.
ward.
Let's go.
Stiz, describe your character.
So my character, he is a small goblin man, about what I put down, 3'5", 3'2", I'm sorry.
Something like that, yeah.
He
Damn, you're a foot
is
taller than me.
he is an alchemist, so artificer, and you know he's a little bit druish, a little bit of druid in him.
All right.
That's how he's raised.
And what is your name?
My name is Dr. Nugs Greenthumb the Third.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
All right. So we find you kind of looking around the market district, and you kind of pop into a potion shop. What do you think Nugs would be looking for around here? You think he's like he's re-upping on his alchemical tools, or
Yeah, he'd be getting some like bottles,
okay, yeah, like
glass and shit.
vials and whatnot.
Any herbs, whatever ingredients.
Yeah, you see a bugbear come through the back door, and he says, "Oh, hello. How may I help you today, little goblin man?"
Oh, hey there, man. My name's Dr. Nugs Greenthumb. I'm just here for some supplies, you know.
Yes, of course. Judging by your tool belt, I assume you're some sort of alchemist.
A little bit of everything. Alchemist, doctor, pharmacist, you know.
Oh, there you go. I actually just got a new shipment of healing potions in. I've also procured a few snake venom antidotes. Those have come in handy lately. Apparently, Tir Volcanus is home to a few different types of poisonous snakes, which is interesting. I'm new here, so I don't really know. I've only been here a couple of months. But feel free to take a look around. If there's anything that you need, let me know.
All right. Just some empty bottles, some basic supply, like
Sure.
fucking ingredients, whatever.
Yeah. So if you, we'll say it costs about 7 gold to get all the things you need.
Sure.
So take off your 7 gold, and he wraps it all up nice for you in a bag, and he gives it to you. And have a good day.
Thanks. You too. Lovely shopping.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You head out, and you're kind of just free to roam. Is there anywhere Nugs would like to go in particular?
Shit.
So you're on the upper market district. This is the area that sort of entwines with the medical ward and
Mhm.
religious district.
Probably head up to the medical ward.
Okay. What are you looking for?
You know, I guess any kind of like, is there like a medical school here or anything like that, or just
Okay.
anywhere like
There
that?
is a for lack of a better, medieval term, there is a hospital here. They do teach students from time to time, people trying to get into the medical profession. It's a fairly decent size. It's further up in the medical district, kind of teetering in between where the medical district meets all the religious sects.
Go to the hospital.
Okay, yeah. You kind of pop your head in, and there's like a large waiting room. There's a few people. You see a half orc with one of his tusks broken off, and he's like holding it. like an ice cream cone. There is a married couple with a little kid who looks sick, a little like green in the face. Give me a medicine check.
Absolutely. Great start. Okay, that's a 10.
A 10. Yeah, that's in. You've been around sick people before. You can tell that he's probably has some type of food poisoning or something of the sort. And the parents look worried, like they don't really know what's going on with him.
Okay.
There's a few other people's kind of sitting around, and there is a half-elven woman sitting across from the door, behind a counter, and she seems like the receptionist.
I'll walk up to her.
Yep. Hi. Welcome. How may we help you today? Are you feeling okay?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm a doctor here too. I was wondering if any hands need to be helped.
That's an odd request. How long have you been practicing? Where do you come from? What hospital business? It's just kind of suspicious. Just someone walking in claiming that they're a doctor. You can't always trust them.
Oh, God, how old am I? 42 years, so that's about been like 30 years.
That's.
I come from I'm from the Cypress Hills up in Seagra.
Oh, okay. I
Traveling
believe I
doctor.
know the area. You see, a man, in like a medical like medical scrubs basically. He kind of pops his head around the corner. And he says, excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt your conversation. What's your name?
It's Dr. Green Thumb, the third.
Dr. Greenthumb. Oh, I believe you've spoken with a colleague of mine before.
Yeah. What was his name? Fucking Jimmy.
Yes. James. Yes. But his name was Dr. Tamel. And I'll put that in chat for you. Dr. Tamel is a person that you had talked to about coming to help or to put your feelers out on any jobs in the medical industry while you're kind of traveling around. He spoke quite highly of you. We'd love to have you around, at least to help out. Allow me to give you a tour of the place.
Oh, sounds lovely.
And he takes you in the back, and he shows you around, and he says, the hospital's been around for close to 50 years now. I've been here all those 50 years. It is quite a nice place. We do what we can.
Real swanky digs you got in here.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. I appreciate it. We've put a lot of time and effort into not only the upkeep of this place, to keep it as nice as it looks, but also to make sure that we can provide the best for our patients. What exactly do you? What is your area of expertise? Like, I'm the chief medical surgeon here.
I'm in the pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
area.
Okay, yes.
All about researching medicines and developing new ones.
Okay. We actually do have a research team here. It's quite small. We've only just started to fund it. But I'm sure I could talk to a few people about pulling some strings and seeing if we could get you a part of that research and development team.
Nice.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. And Dr. Tamel is actually the head researcher for that team. So I'm sure he would do what he can to get you a part of that team.
Now, not to sound selfish, does that pay all right? Been a while since I've had a research gig, and
No, I
don't get
I
paid much as a
totally
traveling
understand.
doctor.
No, yes. Well, it depends. That is something to talk to Dr. Tamel about. But from what I've heard, it is not cheap to pay our research team.
Got it. Good budget.
They make pretty big discoveries daily at this point. So I would assume they are probably one of our higher paid members here on our staff.
Sounds good. There's not a whole lot of places you run into around here that, where the government, takes a good attention to the medical field,
A
lot of places really understaffed and it's horrid.
It can get quite messy in those areas, and plus, people don't have a place to go, so then they just sit around with their sickness. They don't get better. They die. It's ridiculous. But we would love to have you. Come back tomorrow, and we will. Or I'll contact you tomorrow. I'll send a letter. Are you staying anywhere, an inn, a tavern?
I haven't really picked a place out yet, but I figured I'd figure it out.
Yeah, if you figure it out, you can send a letter by courier here to the hospital and just tell us where you're staying, and I'll reach out to you when I can.
Sounds good. It'll be nice to talk to Jimmy again.
Absolutely, I'm sure. And he shakes your hand, and he walks you out of the hospital.
Nifty.
Outside of the district, you see this weird looking guy. He's got like his hood up, like red goggles, like antennas. He walks into an apothecary shop, and like that guy just kind of caught you off guard, and then you realize everyone was staring this guy down.
Yeah.
It's a bit fucking weird. You don't pay much mind to it, but you turn around and you start heading up more towards the medical ward. Just kind of looking around, seeing like window shopping and whatnot. What is your passive perception?
Oh, probably. That just plus my wisdom perception.
Yeah, it's 10 plus your perception modifier.
So 13.
13. All right, yeah. You see a child who is playing with a dog. And it looks like the dog's a stray.
Oh.
And the kid, you can tell he's excited to be like petting and playing with the dog, and gets a little too excited, and accidentally pulls on the tail, and the dog lashes out and bites the kid in the arm.
Oh.
And the kid starts screaming. You can see that it's a decent bite. The dog runs off, and the kid just is like frozen and is like starting to cry, and you can see the arm kind of fill up with blood.
Okay, I'll walk over to the kid, like, come on, what'd you do that for? Don't you know any better?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to play with the dog. It was cute.
Jesus Christ. Well, let's get you cleaned up. Calm down. You're fine. Not gonna die.
Make a medicine check. And try to wrap up this kid. Clean him up.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So the kid starts squirming around, and you just kind of like grab him. Let's change the song up a bit. You just grab him, and you're just like, oh, no. What's happening? 2 songs are playing at once. We'll do this. That was crazy. You just kind of like grab his arm and you're like, you gotta hold still, and you clean up all the blood and you start to bandage him up and wrap it up in a bandage. He looks at you and says, "Hey, thank you, mister." And you hear a woman's voice behind you say, "Kyle." And you see a woman walk over to you and she goes, "What are you doing to my son? Kyle, what happened to your arm?" He goes, "A dog bit me. I bled. This man help me." And she's just like, "Come here." And she takes the child and she says, "Thank you very much
You're quite welcome, ma'am.
for helping. Please let me." And she like takes up like 10 gold and she like goes to put it in your hand.
I push away. No. All I did was bandage him up. He's fine.
And if you didn't, he would still be here bleeding, crying.
It wasn't. It would have been. It would have stopped.
And
eventually.
she forces the gold into your hand. And she says, "Thank you, sir." And then she turns around and walks away. Add 10 gold.
All right.
I made better money swindling the guards. Just saying.
I'm a good man.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay. Oh, dope. Nat 20.
Oh shit. Yeah. You feel the ground shake a little, and then you see a plume of smoke start to build up towards the lower districts. And you start hearing screaming, and everyone that's around you is panicked.
Oh.
You see that weird man come out of that apothecary shop and bolt down the street. Looks like he's heading towards it.
I'll bolt after him. I'll be like, "Hey, where the fuck you going?"
All right, yeah. He doesn't seem to really hear you. He seems like he is dead set on running towards that. Like the man is running with a cause. So yeah, you take off after him, right?
Yeah. Slow the fuck down.
Yeah. All right, and with that, we're gonna shift one more time. I think we're gonna take maybe a 3-minute bathroom break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and introduce our last character. The best for completely last. All right.
You're blue balling me with a break, my guy.
And we will be right back.
Time to run an ad break.
Yeah.
This stream is brought to you by Dwarven Forge.
Nope.
BRB's not right, but this stream is
Yes. It's a pretty banging album. Pretty good. What?
Was that from the fucking South Park World of Warcraft episode? Just use Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Dirt bags. I don't believe that. You want to fight? Please step on me. Fuck.
I'll I'll ask, like, is there still people inside? Ah, how the fuck do you know this? Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Okay, I have 60 feet.
Cool.
Uh, What? Fuck off. What, you just assuming because I'm a goblin I'm gonna do some shit? Am I allowed to do shit? Wow. Let's go. I'm taller than you. I look up to the moth boy and be like, don't get too sleepy now around the smoke. Shit. I want to check to see if anyone's still alive, too. Yeah. Get a tower. Oh. Five. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Ashes and gashes and it's 13.
Cool. Amazing. Awesome. Dice is serving me well. Let's see how it goes. Fuck. What's my initiative? Nah. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Oh. My first. Well, no, I did play a bard, but not for long. Yeah. I can. Yeah, I can make potions. I can do some healing. We'll be fine. Fuck, bro. You better not. You better hope I don't find out. The stamp music. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Jesus Christ. Here we go again. Yes. It is my turn. No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Tasha's caustic brew at this boy at 2nd level. So, stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses action to scrape or wash the acid off itself. Creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 damage, and at 2nd level, that's an additional 2d4. Yeah. My DC is 14. Amazing. At the start of each of its turns. Um. Uh. Is what the fuck? Right claw still hurt? Fight. Okay. Never mind. It's my turn. I'm not gonna fucking touch you, you bitch. Oh, he did take. Um. Uh. Okay. I can cast healing word bonus action, right? So yeah, I'll cast that one. Okay. Oh.
Right.
Damage. Okay. I do it all the time. Nice. Oh. Amazing. Oh, it's the one who's covered in acid. Good. He's done, man. Wait, too busy getting zooted. No. No. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run over. Creed's hurt real bad, right? Okay. Go over. And fuck off. I'm going to cast your wounds at second level. Spellcast. 7. That's 10 HP. No problem. Just get your head back in the game. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Brevin. What? The oxen is so fucking thick.
Snugs. Thanks for the tip. What is there anything on these things that I can use? Discern that. Almost. I was me too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.